The next story I'm going to read you is called Angel Baby. Once upon a time, many years ago, Jesus was playing with the angels up in heaven. They were playing Follow the Leader, when all of a sudden, one of the girl angel babies tripped over a star and fell. She fell and fell all the way to earth, where she landed in a soft, cozy cradle with two very surprised people looking down at her. They thought she was beautiful, and she was. For like all angels, she radiated a glow from within that caused her being so near God in heaven above. Meanwhile, up in heaven, Jesus looked down and saw what was happening. He saw how happy the people were with the angel baby and that she was filling everyone's heart with love and peace. Jesus thought only for a moment and then went to God and with his plan. He told God what happened and that this tiny angel baby was radiating so much love that she was filling up those near her and with much joy. Jesus told his Father that he thought it would be a shame to take the angel baby away from the people now. Why not let her stay on earth with this man and woman, spreading her love for God, and maybe, just maybe, some of her goodness would touch other people, causing them to have the same inner peace that she always carried with her. God the Father smiled at his son and told him he thought it was a wonderful idea. As a matter of fact, his answer was, "I do approve." Thus, the name for the little angel baby was Ida, Ida. Ida the angel baby grew up and married a fine man named John. It is told that John was handpicked by Jesus. John was a carpenter, and Jesus was very partial to carpenters. John and Ida had many children and grandchildren. Some of these children were filled with some goodness that both Ida and John had. Jesus was very happy with Ida and saw that she spent her life doing for others and never asking for much herself. Most of all, Jesus saw that Ida was so full in goodness, and because of this, she helped many people. God is still not finished with Ida's work on earth. He knows that there are still a lot of people that will benefit from knowing her. But when her work on earth is finished, you can be sure she will have a special rocking chair in heaven between God and Jesus. She will share with them her many stories of four corners and the likes. This story has no ending because Ida and John love their others, hoping to spread just a bit of that special love. And as long as there is love, there is no ending. Following is a letter from one of your grandchildren who was lucky enough to be loved by you. January 8th, 1975. Dear Grandma, we're just into the new year, and I can't think of a better way to wish you a happy birthday and thanking you for all you have done for me. You have always been that special person, and I hope that after reading this letter and story, you will always know how much you have meant to me. Most of my childhood memories involve you. I can remember happy times shared at 329 North Holmes Avenue, those delicious mouth-watering aromas coming from the kitchen. Sometimes when I smell a fresh baked cookie, especially chocolate chip, I can close my eyes and I feel the warmth of your chicken. Kitchen. Okay, I made a mistake. Go with it. I see myself sitting on the table watching you baking up to your elbows in flour and a twinkle in your eye. Bet you're laughing now, telling me that I'm sure to get a fair share of the bakery goodies, sometimes more than a fair share. And I remember those wonderful times sitting next to you on the front porch, rocking in the glider. I was content and a secure girl, knowing that I was very much loved by you. More often than not, I would end up with my head in your lap and scratching my back, you scratching my back. Soon when I would doze off with the sound of your sweet humming. Even a wonderful child like me got into troubles sometimes, and though I was fortunate in having good and loving parents, I at times pushed them beyond their limits. If you were around, I would run to you and grab you around the legs, and you would say, "Did someone abuse my baby?" And God bless the person who was abusing me when you were around. I remember a time out in California when I was growing up and Mom and Carol got after me for something. You came to my rescue. You, of course. You have always been a wonderful help to me. Now I look at my children and see the same love in their eyes for you and so many others that have gone through the years. People care a lot for you. But then it's easy because you are a warm, gentle, loving, and unselfish woman. Your whole life has been spent giving of yourself, never taking from, but always giving. You were always the last to sit down and the first one up from a mealtime. When I look at those wonderful hands of yours, I think of all the work you've done and all the children they have held with your love flowing through them. I am a lucky person to have had you at gentle hands holding me so many times. Your hands have been guided by God and helped so many. You must be very happy. I know there are so many you have helped, and so many of us care about you. I think you are a special grandma, and I thank you for all you have done for me. I love you. To anyone else reading this letter and story, you may wonder why I wrote these things to Grandma, and say, why didn't you just tell her you loved her and stop at that? Well, I think that too often in life people don't take time out long enough to say things they feel about and then ask people saying, I love you is too hard. This is sad. I also am one of these busy people who never gets around half the things I want to do. But today on Grandma's birthday, I started thinking about all the nice things you have always done for me and how much I love and care for her. I thought, for heaven's sakes, write it down and tell her. So this story and letter are simply the way of telling her how I feel about her. Some of the thoughts are private, but knowing Gram, she will probably let someone else see this. If so, take it for what it is, a love letter from a granddaughter to a very special grandma. If you feel about her a little like I do and don't have to write something down, but once in a while reach over and give her a love pat and tell her how you feel. Grandma Helmer was born January 8th, 1891. She passed away in December of 1988. Grandma was 97 and had 97 grandchildren and great-grandchildren. I still think of her very often, and I miss her very much.